Good morning, dear students. Now in this lecture we are going to study three processes: denitrification, nitrification and ammonification. So the first one we are going to talk on denitrification. Nitrate is lost from soils by the process of denitrification, which occurs relatively deep in the soil where oxygen concentration is very low or limited, or in certain regions like waterlogged or compacted soils. Nitrate is the most common and abundant form of nitrogen present in the soil that is available to the plant. So in the process of denitrification, so this D means there is a loss of nitrogen. So nitrate, as you know that in the process of biological nitrogen fixation, or simply we say that in nitrogen fixation, the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed in the nitrate, nitrite and ammonia. So the nitrogen that has been fixed in the form of nitrate is lost from the soil by the process of denitrification. So this process occurs relatively deep in the soil where oxygen concentration is low or limited. In certain regions like waterlogged condition or in a compacted soil, such denitrification occurs in the soil where the nitrate is lost from the soil. The nitrate is the most common and abundant form of nitrogen present in the soil that is available to the higher plant, because we know that in atmosphere there is about 79% of the nitrogen, but which is not directly get available to the plant. When the nitrogen is in the form of nitrate, nitrite and ammonia, then plant can able to absorb it from the soil. So this absorbed nitrogen that may be available to the higher plant has been lost from the soil by the process of denitrification. So nitrate is lost from the soil by the process of denitrification, which occurs relatively deep in the soil where oxygen concentration is low, for example in waterlogged soil or in compacted soil. Denitrification refers to the process in which nitrate is converted to the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and molecular nitrogen by microorganisms. So this is the definition of the denitrification. So denitrification is the process in which nitrate is converted to the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and nitrogen by the activity of the microorganism. The sequence usually involves the production of nitrite as an intermediate step. Several types of bacteria perform this conversion when growing on organic matter and under anaerobic condition. So there are two things that are important. One is that a production of nitrite as an intermediate product has been formed during the conversion of nitrate to the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and nitrogen. Second thing, this conversion has been performed by the bacteria. So they convert nitrate into the various gaseous compounds when they are growing on the organic matter and under anaerobic conditions. So denitrification occurs relatively deep in the soil. Because why relatively deep in the soil? Because there is oxygen concentration is very low or limited. So this is the anaerobic condition. So these bacteria are the anaerobic bacteria, performs conversion of nitrate into various gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and nitrogen. Okay. So because of the lack of oxygen for normal aerobic respiration, they use nitrate in place of oxygen as the terminal electron acceptor. So this is the one of the step in aerobic respiration where the organism, we say these are the aerobic organisms, they use oxygen as an terminal acceptor during the terminal electron acceptor during the aerobic respiration. But these are the anaerobic bacteria. The denitrification process occurs relatively deep in the soil where oxygen concentration is very low. So because of the lack of oxygen for normal aerobic respiration, these bacteria use nitrate in place of oxygen as the terminal electron acceptor. In the absence of oxygen, any reducible substance such as nitrate could serve the same role and be reduced to nitrite, nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and nitrogen. Okay, so this nitrite is formed as an intermediate compound during the denitrification process, where the nitrate is converted to gaseous compounds nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and nitrogen. So due to the lack of oxygen due to anaerobic condition, any reducible substance such as nitrate could serve the same role as the terminal electron acceptor as played by the oxygen. So because of the lack of oxygen for normal aerobic respiration, these microorganisms, these anaerobic bacteria use nitrate in place of oxygen as the terminal electron acceptor. So they metabolize the nitrate into the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and nitrogen. So we call this process as denitrification. So what happened here? Thus the conditions in which we found denitrifying organisms are characterized by a supply of oxidizable organic matter and the absence of oxygen but availability of reducible nitrogen sources. So there are two conditions where the denitrification process occurs, where there is a supply of oxidizable organic matter and the absence of oxygen but availability of reducible nitrogen sources as a terminal electron acceptor. Okay, a mixture of gaseous nitrogen compounds is often produced because of the stepwise use of nitrate, nitrite, nitric oxide, and nitrous oxide as electron acceptor in the denitrification process. So denitrification refers to the conversion of nitrate into the gaseous compounds like nitric acid, nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and nitrogen. So nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, nitrogen, so this is a mixture of gaseous nitrogen products that has been produced during the process of denitrification. So this mixture is produced because of the stepwise use of nitrate, nitrite, nitric oxide, nitrous oxide as terminal electron acceptors in the denitrification process. The common denitrifying bacteria includes several species of Pseudomonas, Alkaligenes, and Bacillus. Their activities result in the substantial losses of nitrogen into the atmosphere and roughly balancing the amount of nitrogen fixation that occurs each year. So by the process of denitrification, the nitrogen has been lost into the atmosphere that roughly balance the amount of nitrogen fixation that occurs each year. The common denitrifying bacteria are Pseudomonas, Alkaligenes, and Bacillus. They perform denitrification process, means conversion of nitrate into the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and nitrogen. An intermediate product has been formed during this conversion, that is the nitrate. The process of denitrification is this nitrate is first converted into the nitric oxide, then to the nitrous oxide, and finally into the nitrogen. So this conversion has been performed by anaerobic bacteria like Pseudomonas and Bacillus. Okay, an intermediate product is also formed during this conversion, that is nitrate when converted into the nitric oxide and intermediate nitrite has been formed, NO2 minus. So that is formed as an intermediate step during the denitrification process. So what is denitrification? Conversion of nitrate into the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and finally into the nitrogen. So this is denitrification, which is performed by the anaerobic bacteria Pseudomonas, Bacillus, and Alkaligene. Now we are going for the nitrification. The term nitrification refers to the conversion of ammonia to the nitrate. Here the ammonia has been converted into nitrate. This is brought about by the nitrifying bacteria. Denitrification process has been performed by the denitrifying bacteria like Pseudomonas, Bacillus, Alkaligenes. Here the bacteria utilized are the nitrifying bacteria. This is brought about by the nitrifying bacteria, which are specialized to gain their energy by oxidizing ammonia while using CO2 as their source of carbon to synthesize organic compounds. So these bacteria, we say these are the nitrifying bacteria, perform this conversion, means perform the conversion of ammonia to nitrate during the fixation of CO2. So these bacteria can perform their own synthesis of the food material with the help of chemicals. So these organisms are known as chemoautotrophs. They gain their energy by chemical oxidations and they are self-feeders. So these bacteria perform nitrification process while doing the fixation of CO2 as their source of carbon to synthesize organic compounds. So this is brought about by the by the nitrifying bacteria, which are specialized to gain their energy by oxidizing ammonia. So these bacteria require energy. So this energy has been obtained by the oxidizing ammonia while using CO2 as their source of carbon to synthesize organic compounds. So these bacteria are known as chemoautotroph. They synthesize their own food material by obtaining energy by chemical oxidation. So the word chemo has been used. It is accomplished by nitrifying bacteria like Nitrosomonas, Nitrosococcus and Nitrobacter. So these are the nitrifying bacteria perform nitrification. The term nitrification refers to the conversion of ammonia to the nitrate. So what happened here? The ammonia is first converted to the nitrite ions and then to nitrate as given below. First the ammonia that has been converted into the nitrite ions. This conversion is brought about by the bacteria Nitrosomonas and Nitrosococcus. Further, that nitrite ions is converted finally into the nitrate ions by Nitrobacter. So these three are the nitrifying bacteria: Nitrosomonas, Nitrosococcus, Nitrobacter. These three bacteria together convert ammonia into the nitrate ions. This process is called as nitrification. So during the conversion of ammonia, this ammonia is first converted to the nitrite ion and then to the nitrate. So the conversion of ammonia to the nitrite ions is carried out by the bacteria Nitrosomonas and Nitrosococcus, while nitrite ions are converted to the nitrate ions by Nitrobacter, and this whole process it is called as nitrification. The nitrifying bacteria are found in moist soils and waters of moderate pH but are not active in highly acidic soils. These are the aerobic bacteria. They are found in the moist soils and waters of moderate pH. They are found as mixed species communities. For example, Nitrosomonas species are specialized to convert ammonium to nitrite, while others Nitrobacter species convert nitrite to the nitrate. So in this reaction we also seen that the ammonia is first converted to the nitrate ion by the activity of Nitrosomonas and Nitrosococcus bacteria. Okay, these nitrite ions are further converted to the nitrate ion by Nitrobacter bacteria. So these Nitrosomonas species are specialized to convert the first step, that is the ammonium to the nitrite, while the others like Nitrobacter species convert nitrite to the nitrate. In fact, the accumulation of nitrite inhibits Nitrosomonas, so it depends on Nitrobacter to convert this to nitrate, whereas Nitrobacter depends on Nitrosomonas to generate nitrite. So these three bacteria, that is Nitrosomonas, Nitrosococcus and Nitrobacter, they are depend on each other. How they are depend on each other? This Nitrobacter depends on Nitrosomonas to generate nitrate, while Nitrosomonas depends on Nitrobacter, so it can convert nitrite to the nitrate, because the accumulation of nitrite inhibits Nitrosomonas, so it depends on Nitrobacter to convert this to the nitrate, while Nitrobacter depends on Nitrosomonas to generate nitrite. So both the bacteria are depends on each other to get the oxidizable substances like nitrite and nitrate. The oxidized form of nitrogen in the atmosphere are important ecologically, because when converted to the nitrate they contribute to form HNO3, that is the nitric acid, which cause acidic rainfall. So this oxidized form of nitrogen in the atmosphere are important ecologically. Okay, so this is about the nitrification. Now we are going for ammonification. The atmospheric nitrogen is fixed into ammonia or nitrates and assimilated into the plant body, which is utilized for the synthesis of proteins, amino acid and nucleotides. So that we seen in the previous lectures also. The atmospheric nitrogen that has been converted into the usable form so that plant can able to absorb it from the soil. So the plant can absorb nitrogen either in the form of nitrate and ammonia. So this atmospheric nitrogen is fixed into ammonia or nitrate and it is assimilated into the plant body and which is utilized for the synthesis of proteins, amino acids and nucleotides. The plant utilize these metabolites and grow, develop flowers, fruits and complete their life cycle, culminating into the death. Finally, it has been culminating into the death. Upon the death of the plants, this organic matter enters into the soil. So this is the cycle where the plant utilize these metabolites and grow. These metabolites mean the proteins, amino acid, nucleotides and the various other compounds that has been formed using nitrogen. They grow, develop flowers, fruits. So this means they complete their life cycle and finally resulted into the death. So upon the death of the plants, this organic matter enters again into the soil. So the dead remains of plants and animals are decomposed through microbial activities to produce ammonia. This process is known as ammonification. So what is ammonification? After completing the life cycle and after the death of the plant, the organic matter that has been enters into the soil. So I said the dead remains of the plants and animals are decomposed through microbial activities to produce ammonia. This process is known as ammonification, or simply we say that decomposition of dead remains of plants and animals through microbial activity to produce ammonia. This process is known as ammonification, means production of ammonia by dead remains of plants and animals through microbial activity. This process, it is ammonification. The soil microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi convert the soil organic matter into ammonia through the process of mineralization, which is known as ammonification. So the organic matter that has been entered into the soil upon the death of the plant has been decomposed by bacteria and fungi. So they convert the organic soil matter into the ammonia through the process of mineralization, which is known as ammonification, where the ammonia has been produced. This ammonia is then again utilized by plants and some microbes in the form of nitrates or nitrites, or it may be leached out to the groundwater. So the ammonia that has been produced in the process of ammonification has been utilized in the form of utilized by the plant and some microbes in the form of nitrates, nitrite, or it may be leached out to the groundwater. In short, bacteria and fungal catabolism of soil organic matter to ammonia is known as ammonification. In the biogeochemical cycle of nitrogen, the processes like nitrification, denitrification, nitrogen fixation and ammonification are important. So here, if you see these three processes, denitrification, there is a loss of nitrogen that has been present in the form of nitrate. So the nitrate has been converted into the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and nitrogen. Nitrification means conversion of ammonia to the nitrate. So during this conversion, ammonia is first converted to the nitrate and then to the nitrate by nitrifying bacteria. While ammonification, it is the production of the ammonia by decomposition of dead organic matters of plants and animals through bacteria and fungi, that we called as ammonification. So these are the three processes: denitrification, nitrification, ammonification. So if we remember, denitrification is the process in which nitrate is converted to the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide, nitrous oxide and nitrogen by the activity of microorganisms. These are anaerobic denitrifying bacteria. For example, Pseudomonas, Alkaligenes and bacillus. So during this conversion, an intermediate product nitrite is also formed when this nitrate has been converted to the gaseous compounds like nitric oxide. From nitric oxide it produces nitrous oxide and finally to the nitrogen. So the nitrogen has been lost in the atmosphere by the process of denitrification, which is performed by the denitrifying bacteria Pseudomonas and Bacillus. Nitrification is the conversion of ammonia to the nitrate. So during this conversion, the nitrite is also formed. So this ammonia is first converted to the nitrate ion by the aerobic bacteria Nitrosomonas and Nitrosococcus. Further, this nitrate ion is converted to the nitrate ion by a bacteria Nitrobacter. So both these bacteria has been depends on each other as an oxidizable energy source. These are chemoautotroph. They synthesize their own food material by obtaining energy using oxidizing ammonia. So they are called as chemoautotroph. They gain their energy by chemical oxidation. They are autotrophs. They are self feeders. So the Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter, they together perform conversion of ammonia to the nitrate. This process is called as nitrification. Now ammonification, the dead remains of plants and animals has been decomposed by the activity of microorganism to produce the ammonia, that we called as ammonification. So what happened? The atmospheric nitrogen that has been fixed by the microorganisms like rhizobium, blue-green algae into nitrate, ammonia, nitrite has been assimilated into the plant body, which is utilized for the synthesis of protein, amino acids and nucleotides. So these compounds, these metabolites has been utilized by the plant to grow, develop flowers, fruits, hence to complete their life cycle. And finally it is resulted into the death of the plant. Upon death of the plant, this organic matter again return to the soil. So this organic matter act as a substrate for the microorganisms for decomposition. So they decompose this organic matters of plants and animals and to produce ammonia. This process is known as ammonification. The soil microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi convert the soil organic matter into the ammonia through the process of mineralization, which is known as ammonification. So this is all denitrification, nitrification and ammonification. Thank you. Stay safe, stay home.